Kia ora. This is the story of my family's plastic-free adventure. My name is Rachel Benefield and I'm making this in order to inspire other people. As you can see, I've coloured in the youngest member of our family. This is to highlight that children are passionate about the environment. Once we made it clear why we were doing what we were doing, our youngest member became our staunchest supporter. As a family, we were concerned about plastics. It was all in the social media, it's part of our zeitgeist, there were petitions. We wanted to try and make a difference, so we used reusable shopping bags. And we also participated in beach cleanups, hoping that we could help. But we felt a bit like the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff, unable to stop the onslaught of plastic. In fact, we knew we were part of the problem just by shopping. Until we found the solution through the zero waste talks. Refuse what you don't need and replace it. Reduce what you do need. Reuse plastic containers and refill them. Recycle and rot. Part of our learning was that we found out that plastic is an almost perfect molecule. It's virtually indestructible and can take up to 50,000 years to break down. This means that every toy you ever played with as a child, every plastic wrapper you ever used, is still somewhere on the planet. There is no off the planet. The plastics industry is enormous. It's a $6 billion business. Next time you're at the supermarket, take a look around you. Everything you can see is heading out the door that same day and heading for our environment. It's estimated in 30 years there'll be 2 trillion pounds of plastic produced a year. Here's an image of what we refuse now. We no longer buy these things at all. We've found replacements. For instance, we buy bulk bin cat food and dog food from the bin in, and we use reusable water bottles. On the Kapiti coast we have so many options with the bin in, Common Sense Organics and the Organic Co-op in Raumati South. Our replacements include things like paper wrap toilet paper from Common Sense, bamboo toothbrushes, baking from cafes or bakeries, and we refill our honey and golden syrup, etc. We refuse what we can't replace. We have not been able to buy soy milk anymore and yogurt from Tetra Pak products because it's not recyclable, and we haven't found a replacement for free-range bacon. But for everything else, we've found a replacement. Here's some examples of what we reduce. For instance, for our vegetarians, we use tofu still, but we've reduced the amount we put in. And for cheese, we no longer use this as a snack, but it's an ingredient, and 1 block lasts us for about 6 weeks. On the Kapiti coast, we are so lucky. We have so many options. There's co-ops, bin in, eco store stuff can still be bought at the bin in, where we get our shampoo, our conditioner, our hand wash and detergent, all just by refilling. Also, you can get olive oil, rice bran oil. We just take our own containers and reuse them. The bin in, for instance, sells dry goods. You name it, they've got it. Lollies, flowers, Himalayan salt, loads of herbs and spices, gluten-free goods for Africa, mueslis, cereals, about 6 kinds of rice. What we do now for our meat is we take our containers to the butcher, where he tars off the weight, and then he refills our containers. You can also do this at the fish department and the deli department of Pack and Save, and they're happy to do this. If you're a Pack and Save shopper, you can use your own bag on the scales, or you could weigh your items loosely in the vegetable department and then just put a sticker on one item and scan that. Then you could shoot next door for some rice and a bamboo toothbrush or toilet paper or coffee. Hey presto, your shop's done. So this image shows a plastic reduced shop. We've refilled the honey and golden syrup and detergent containers because it makes sense to use the same container. The only plastic you can see is the Easy Yo wrappers on the yogurt and the sticker on the Fairtrade bananas. What are the outcomes? Well, we eat less hidden sugar, less salts and less palm oils, of course. The kids snack on fruit or baking. We used to put a bag of rubbish out a week. Now this is our jar of rubbish for July. Another happy outcome is that we're saving a lot of money. I have calculated that we're saving up to $200 a month. This is because up to 13% of the purchase price you pay goes towards marketing and printing costs of producers. Research shows as little as 6% of a population can cause a revolution in thinking and behaviours. That's 28,000 New Zealanders prepared to use their dollar to vote with. Never underestimate the power of your purchasing. The other thing you can do is take direct action. It's never been easier, with the invention of smartphones, to take a direct stand. You can email or tweet while in the cafe or waiting for a train. and it feels really good. So who is going to halt the tide of plastic? Will Nick Smith legislate against the plastic industry? Will the plastic industry itself change its progress? Why would they? It's going to come down to us, the person you see when you look in the mirror. It's time to take a stand right now so that you can look the next generation in the eye and say, I did my best. I was part of the zero waste revolution.